Mr. Li Po is a Hong Kong person. He publishes and sells books, some of which may embarrass the Chinese leadership. A few days ago, he was tricked and he was made to disappear. We still haven't heard what has happened to him, but we know that he is in the mainland of China. This is a matter of grave concern to Hong Kong people. We are experiencing political disappearance from the midst of Hong Kong.
People may be aware about the disappearance of Li Po since last week, but actually for whole of the abduction and disappearance of the Causeway Bay bookseller, it have started from last year, October already. 4 of the booksellers from Causeway Bay bookstore have been disappeared and abducted from Thailand and mainland since October. But I would like to imply or indicate that actually for whole of the incident happened, the most different things is now Li Po is already in mainland China, but his home return permit is still at home. So why can Li Po back to mainland China?
According to all the evidence that has been reported, I believe that Mr. Li obviously had been taken against his will by certain law enforcement agents from across the border in mainland China through illegal means, namely by way of kidnapping. He was taken away from Hong Kong to mainland China, not because of anything that he did in Hong Kong was thought to be illegal, and that is the most worrying thing that has happened in Hong Kong since the handover in 1997.
As a singer-songwriter, I always thought I could write or sing whatever I want in Hong Kong. But after this Li Po incident, I would think one day, like Li Po, who used to sell and publish books in Hong Kong, I would be the next one who would be forced to disappear. And sometimes I wonder, who will be the next one?
I do not know how bad or how worse it can get. In the future, what can we say or what we cannot say in the public or to our friends or even over the phone about the Chinese government, about the Hong Kong government, about our leader in Hong Kong, Mr. C.Y. Leung, or with regards to anything that is remotely or directly related to politics. I mean, maybe one day we'll be taken away just because we're not happy about the police system.
This incident may indicate that the Chinese authorities is having a new reading to one country, two systems. Now, years ago, Deng Xiaoping mentioned that that would not be a problem for Hong Kong people to criticize the Chinese Communist Party within Hong Kong. But now this incident shows that if Hong Kong people say something within Hong Kong, but is unacceptable by the Chinese authorities, they would be prosecuted. So the disappearance of Mr. Li Po may mean also the disappearance of one country, two systems.
We urge the international community to take notice of what is happening here and to express their concern. Hong Kong needs assistance in fighting this particular battle. I noticed that the British Foreign Secretary has said that this is a serious challenge to one country, two systems. He furthermore went on to say that people in the United Kingdom should feel safe from being spirited away. Well, we ask that Britain, as a co-signatory to the joint declaration, provide the same assurance to Hong Kong people in terms of personal safety and the continuing exercise of rights and freedoms.
Now, what should the international community do when this sort of thing is happening? I suggest they have a moral obligation at least to speak up for Hong Kong people. Beijing will say to them, mind your own business. But their response ought to be, you sought our assistance back in 1984 when the Joint Declaration was first announced. We know that as a fact, that when the Joint Declaration was first announced on the 26th of September 1984, all these governments in the world actually came out openly supporting it, openly applauding this one country, two systems policy.
This event will change the whole tenor of Hong Kong, because it is not only about Mr. Li Bo, not only about people who may publish books, not even about Hong Kong people, but anyone who comes to Hong Kong. And any time when we speak out for ourselves or for people in the mainland or for anybody in the world. So Hong Kong is no longer safe unless we have a clear resolution of the problem. So we would call upon the world, do not let this happen to Hong Kong, not only because it is our home, but because it is your world city on the edge of China.